Bringing you some horror beats. Sorry, we got some horror beats now. You ain't never seen a streamer like this. You ain't never seen a streamer like this. You ain't never seen a streamer like this who streams 3 times a day. You ain't needed. You ain't seen a streamer like this. You ain't seen a streamer like this who streams 3 times a day. Streamer like that. Streamer like that. Streamer like that. Streamer like that. Sam Price, Crypto Lifer, Dominate the charts. I don't have a monthly close, so sorry about that. I'll get a monthly close. I apologize for the double beat there. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on it. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Took the kids out. Just did the whole trick-or-treat thing. It was a blast. Saw all my neighbors drink their face off and get absolutely blasted while they walked around the neighborhood. It was a blast. I chose not to drink alcohol because I gave up booze a long time ago. I'm drinking the lemon water, though. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here and sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Let's keep it moving. We're here for one thing and one thing only, and that's Bitcoin in the monthly candle close, baby. We have a lot to talk about. Of course, we're going to break down BTC. We're going to talk about what we're seeing. We're going to talk about this little mini pump we got going on right now for Bitcoin. We're going to break it down. But before that, we're going to look at Bitcoin and the monthly candle, because that's what's important. You know what I mean? Every stream has a purpose. Every stream has a theme. And the theme tonight is the monthly candle close. And that's what we're going to get it done. Shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on in. Appreciate you all for being here live and direct. It's the Crypto Lifers, baby. Boom, boom, boom. Shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on into the live. 208 people, 87 likes. I guess impromptu. People thought I would be there at 8:30. People are like, go whenever you get in, baby. Go whenever you get in. So anyway, we jumped on in. I don't think people realize, but we do a screen every monthly candle close, and it's important that you watch the monthly candle close. I haven't missed a monthly candle close, and I bought a year or something like that. So without further ado, let's break it down and take a look at the monthly candle close. Shall we? I like to remove the moving averages, double click this. I like to look at just price action, and let's look at the monthly. Shall we? So here we go. Monthly candle is closed. This candle closes in 1 month. Boom. So here, monthly candle opened. Let's take a look. It opened at $19,423. The high was $21,077.68. So the high was 21K. All right, 21,077, 21 and some change. It would close 20,495. So right below 20,500 would be the close. All right, and the low for this candle would be 18,160. So this would really visit the low of the lows, pretty low area on this candle, and a pretty big high. So a swing, and it will go up $1,000, 5.5% to the dot, 5.50% on the dot. Let's take a look at this monthly candle. Sorry to have you not look at this. So look, this is it right here. And it's the biggest green monthly candle we've had in a while since this reversal, and it doesn't mean anything's gravy. What it did do, though, look, it closed above resistance. You can clearly see monthly support, bounce, fell below that. That would become resistance on the monthly, clear as day. We got back above it. That's 19,870 monthly resistance. So things we have to realize, like monthly candle closing below that area. So look, we have never gotten a monthly candle close below 18,000, it looks like, or even below 19,500. This one closed at 20,000. This one closed, yeah. So despite the look of how bearish it was so far, we have never seen a monthly candle close below 19,694. Let's see, the lowest, yeah, 19,426. And you see this giant point of control that we have bounced off of, kind of where an area we kind of gobbled up the liquidity. We fall down, it says we could go all the way down to 9,200. I just don't see it, but anything is possible. Really, we could have a black swan event and anything is possible. So I'm open-minded to that idea. Watch the episode on Sin City Crypto today. It was hilarious. We had a blast. It was just hilarious. I thought it was pretty funny. And dude dressed up as Michael Saylor. Look at the short right there, man. He was just ridiculous.
What better way to solve Twitter than Bitcoin? What better way to solve monetary policy than Bitcoin? What better way to solve inflation than Bitcoin? What better way to solve tyranny than Bitcoin? Right?
Thank you, Sailor.
What better way?
I don't know. I had a blast. It was fun. Jump on in there. Episode booming. Shout out to each and every one of you that may or may not have jumped into that episode. It was a blast. Now I can't see where it is. Maybe they had to pull it. Did they have to pull it? That's crazy. Wait, 9 hours? The interview. Maybe they had to pull it. I don't know. Now I don't see it there. It's so crazy. Did they have to pull it? I don't know. Recently uploaded. Popular. I just want to see the, like, it's weird. Now I don't see the episode. That's interesting. Let me see the link, if the link brings me to not there anymore. Oh, there it is.
I will literally...
Wasn't that weird? It was like hard to find it on their site. It's so strange. Look, if I go back to their site, right? Where's the Halloween special? Where is it? It's not there. Could it be? Is that it? No.
Fremont, Las Vegas.
That's when they were in the streets. Anyway, that's weird. Slow me down, though. Let's get back into it. So, monthly candle close was strong, in my humble opinion, because it closed above this candle and it closed above the resistance. So, as long as another monthly candle closes to me above 19,094, we're good to go. We can slowly begin to build. And we did wick off so far from, tiny little wick there. But so far, we're showing some signs of strength here. And, so your next real support area is here. You'd like to see a bounce. And so if we hit 19,900, okay. But just now I'm going to keep that in the back of my mind. Monthly support, right? And you can't lose 19,300 really. Like that's a weekly and a monthly area of support and resistance too. So that's the monthly really. There's really not much to talk about. Our next big monthly resistance is 23,350. You can see we got to get back above these two candles that closed. And that's really it. I mean, this is our range. What I like about it is we did break above this high volume node. And just like if you look at it the monthly, you're likely to head at least to this area. And look, do we have anything bigger standing in our way? I mean, really, this is the biggest notch. So it says you could get all the way up to here to 38,000, right? So it's interesting. And you're going to have resistance at these wicks and at these two candles here at 34. But, there's a really big gap of movement here. If you don't realize Bitcoin gets up, I mean, it's going to fly. There's just no resistance. And we're not that far away from that area. So just something to think about that people aren't zooming out and looking at here on the monthly chart. Okay. Also, if you want to look at the oscillators and talk about when's a good time to buy, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. Okay. But I'll tell you what I do and what I've done. When I first got into Bitcoin, I didn't know how to use these charts the way I do now, but I was somewhere around here when I got in this area. It was heating up on the monthly. Wow, you can believe it would pump like that much with a high monthly. But low was a really good time to buy on the bottoms. And this was a really bottom buy, right? I bought in here. I bought somewhere in here on this dip. This little dip there a little bit. And right where we're at is telling me it's a really good time to be purchasing BTC based on the longer time frames. I'm willing to hold for between 3.5 and 5 years. It says this is an amazing buy. So there you go. I mean, you do whatever makes you happy. That's how big money is made too on long time frames. People look at this and they just like fly by like they're looking through a magazine, but they don't realize it's like you park enough funds at the right time. And if you can figure out where Bitcoin bottom is, you can kind of DCA into the right coin at the right time using Bitcoin and also make an extravagant move. So that's my idea. And I'm sticking to it. BTC on the monthly looking like a beautiful, beautiful come up here. So it is what it is. These are the big time frames. We take a look at the 2-week chart for Bitcoin, and it's pointing to the upside now with some bullish divergence to establish. We talked about the bullish divvy, and we talked about it that was on the weekly. We talked about it on the daily. We talked about it on multiple time frames. What is bullish divergence? It's a swing low to swing low, like this low area to that low to the downside. And then you take the RSI and look at the same general swings and match them, and you're going to get an uptrend. And when you see that, it's telling you something's brewing. Like there's something going on here that, again, it's all about support or resistance. We have to break above this pretty close resistance that we hit at 21,050. Like we're going to have to break that to remain bullish. Like bulls have to close candles above this area, and then we're going to have to tackle 22K. All right. Well, you look at ANKR, ranked 113. My man. Let's take a look at ANKR. Also looking at SHIB getting tight in this channel to the upside here. SHIB follows DOGE. SHIB is very, very tight. Possibly 41% gains coming out of SHIB. The point of control could break fast and furiously. Shibi Uno. Also, Shibarium, which is a part of SHIB, is trending on the Twitter. So check that out. Shib. Bada boom, bada bing, bada bang. And it is not easy streaming 3 times a day. I'll tell you that. I owned a ton of SHIB. Woof, woof. Shout out to my Woof crew. Bitcoin is life. Woof. I'll woof to that too. Woof, woof. Bitcoin is life. So here, it's like the meeting. Oh, I can't say that they do this. They take all the last dates, yeah. So here we go. Usually it's at like 8 a.m. They won't put the time out here. November 1st and 2nd, though. It's coming up tomorrow, or I mean, that's the thing. When is the Fed meeting exactly? Ask my team. My team is on point. When is the Fed meeting exactly? Anybody know? Bang. Shout out to 318 people, 149 likes. Come on, man. If you forgot, I understand. Jump on in, hit that like button, change your life, change the game. This is the monthly candle close. And you think it's just going to be a slow candle. You have no idea. We're not even close. Things just start to roll. This is my life. My life is crazy, and anything could happen at any single moment in time. Get yourself up out of your seat. Hit that like button and get motivated. Get ready, baby. This ain't no joke. Just because it's late at night doesn't mean that the energy is gone, baby. We keep bringing it every single day, all the time. Let's go. All right, sorry. Let's just get hype. All right? I understand we're listening to the slow trap. That's why I use other music. This music will put you there, right? Shout out to the 333 people on the live, 169 likes. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Working like a madman here all day long in these charts. And took my kids out. Did everything I had to do as a dad to be a man in this world. Let's take a look at this 15-minute chart. Getting rejected in the rising wedge. Rising wedges break down 68% of the time. Right? Am I wrong? I mean, yes, you could say, okay, we broke out. Almost be like, we broke out. My opinion, 2 breakouts, tried to break out again, but you're holding above the zone, which is nice. This point of control would be nice to capture and stay above. Not this point of control, this high volume node. But, you know, I mean, once you dump, you're recovering. Aim to get back above the point of control here. So we're staying inside this pattern. This pattern, to me, has been pretty defied pretty nicely. And also, look, if you swing down, it's kind of a bullish divergence because that swing is nowhere near as sharp as that swing. And that does tell you that that's a divergence. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it'll take you some time. But one day you'll see what I mean. It's like a class B or C bullish divergence. Okay. Can you check Aave? 2 p.m. Wednesday. Thank you so much. Adingo ate my Satoshi. 2 p.m. Wednesday. There you go. And I'll have to go live for that too as well. Live streams never stop. So demanding when there's so much to cover. Everyone, we want to get to 37,000 subs tonight. I believe we can do it, but it's going to need each and every one of you to do it. You're going to have to push us to the upside. You're going to have to get us there, baby. Where are we at? We're at 36,961. We are so close. Help us get there. Just keep hitting that like button. You're going to get more people to the live, new people to hit that algorithm, get the recommended videos, and boom. Can we check Theta if we have time? Thank you, brother. We'll take a look at Theta for sure. And shout out to the $20 super chat. Can you look at ANKR? Let's take a look at ANKR as well. My neighbor made chili. He had a little party in his backyard. It was great chili. I ate too much of it. I now feel a little full, if you know what I mean. And there was jalapenos that I indulged in a little heavy in, and I'm feeling it right now. So don't mind if you hear my stomach like moving around like a washing machine. I mean, ANKR could do damage. You have a low, you have a secondary low. I pull this stop here into my, resistance, support and resistance line. Support and resistance, resistance. Look at the bigger time frame, though. That's what I want. I mean, just like everything else, it's more indecisive and flat than most. So the daily could spring to the upside. Look at my 3-day. 3 days got some momentum. 22-hour would have to flip. It's not my favorite. Okay. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the love. Appreciate you. Can you check Compete? Please, $850 million supply. Compete, never heard of it. So look, the 4-hour does say that this could do damage, right? You could say, okay, you're about to break out of this on the 4-hour time frame. Damage wants to be done. Support and resistance is set. The length of the base of the triangle. Daily has legs to move. No reason why we couldn't get the blast. Okay. 8%. It's all right, right? Hey, I'll take 80%. I'm just compared to what we've been able to see recently. Wow. Let's get the hardest working man in crypto to 37,000 tonight, man. You're the man, dude. $37 from SHIB. You guys are unbelievable. $20 chat revenue. You people are you never know what you're going to see. See? This night is already getting insane. See what's happening tonight? Let's get it moving. Shout out to everybody here on the live for the monthly candle close. Thank you so much for that super chat. You're the man, dude. May God bless you and yours. $37 on the super chat, 37K tonight, man. Can you kindly check out RUNE? Happy lady, happy lucky. I'll take a look at RUNE because I was looking at it and I almost just touched the button anyway, so why not? So look at ANKR. ANKR could boom. 50 minutes a little high though, going tight inside the channel. 1 hour time frame the same. I would say, hey, the 1 hour could possibly come on down, reset, come to these areas, and the sweet spot is somewhere in here. And then that 4 hour could take on out. That's what I'm looking like for ANKR. Whole market looks something like this, though. Very similar at this point. Let's take a look at RUNE. Compete with SHIBs. I don't know what he's saying. Let's take a look at Thorchain here. So I've been looking at Thorchain and see it looks like it wants to do some damage. You seen this? Like it's in this like kind of parabolic, but you can see it's just like ANKR. Has that same double, and it could be a shoulder, a head, kind of anything could happen. This could dump, The 22-hour, the daily, they're just not happy, right? On almost every single time frame, on the total market, on everything. But it doesn't mean we're going to dump. They could go sideways while they reset. Anything is possible. The 4 hour here does want to make some moves to the upside. So I like what I'm seeing for this. And I've been talking about this myself. RUNE. High risk because of the 22-hour and the daily. But there's a chance this thing can do some damage. 12% only as it begins, but maybe it's the beginning of a bigger move. You never know. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. Just check this out, see if you like RUNE for yourself and, put some, or what I'm saying even is I like to watch stuff like this, write it down, see what happens, and then just keep it in my book of plays for later on. Well, it did this after that. It did, even if I never make a move on something, it's good for me to just pay attention to it. So look, this pumped beautifully to the upside, and now it looks to be possibly flagging again for some more. So I would watch this FracShare, and it looks like FracShare may want to continue to make a bit of a move here. My man just threw another $50. Dude, Doge, please. $2.33. We'll hit up Doge. Thank you so much, Nick Hepner. Crypto Asset News. Just want to say thank you for your time. Dude, may God bless you for a $50 super chat. You people are unbelievable. Blessing me up $115 super chats right now for 3 chats, for 3 streams tonight. See, I can't even talk. 3 streams tonight. You people are blessing me. May God bless you and yours. And even I was super chatting today, right? I super chatted my guys at Spin City Crypto, threw them a scene out. It was like, yo, boom, boom. Because you got, it feels good to give, man. And you get back every single time you give, you get back. You get back everything you give in this world. I'm telling you right now, let me say it again. You get back everything you give in this world. I'm telling you, and you get back so much as if you planted a seed and waited for it to grow. So give as much as you can, Take care of your family. Take care of yourself. Some people, make sure you're all right. But when you have a chance to give, you'll feel amazing. You'll feel blessed, and good things will happen to you and your life. I'm telling you right now. Stellar Lumens, my man, please. Thank you, Sam. Shout out to Bryson with Stellar. Shout out to Nick with Doge. And thank you so much for the 30. And Compete. What is Compete? I'm going to have to take a look at Compete here and find out what it is. Let me swing CoinMarketCap into the fold here and look at Compete. Let's get this music on out of here. It's supposed to be horror music. Horror beats. Kind of drab. really drab for the night. I'm going to have to move it to the trap. Trap at least kind of kept it moving. You know what I mean? That moves us a little bit. Gets us out of our seat for crying out loud. Let's take a look at Compete. You got to compete with me, beat. It's got an Ethereum address, compete.game. An all-in-one sports game. Already, if it looks like this is pretty cool. I already like these graphics. These are pretty awesome. How to compete coming soon to Xbox, PlayStation. Dude, I like that. When I see it on Xbox and I already see that it could be a crypto, I like what I'm seeing. Token, FAQ, frequently asked questions. What is Compete? Of course. Compete is a multiplayer all-in-one sports simulation, cross-platform. Compete will be released on Xbox, PlayStation, PC, Android, and I.O. What is Mazuku Island? Mazuku Island is the home of Compete, and it's where all of the game modes will take place. When you enter in a matchmaking game, you'll be spawned into wherever that sport takes place in the island. Games like basketball will have a number of different courts, and Battle Royale will span the entire island landscape. Will span the entire land. Wow. Mazuka Land will continue to evolve each week. Ooh. How to Compete game assets work. It's monetized by selling tokenized game assets, which gives players the opportunity to further personalize themselves. Game assets will be cosmetic only and not provide any advantage to players in-game. Players are able to unlock, earn, and purchase these assets as part of their experience. Cosmetic only and will not provide any advantage? That's kind of weird. Why would you want to pay for something that can't give you an advantage? You know, I don't know. You tell me, am I wrong? Play to earn. Yes, players who want to monetize their time playing Compete can attempt to do so by racking up game XP to earn the most exclusive rewards. Those rewards can be sold in the bazaar to another player, hopefully for a nice profit. Alternatively, some players may choose to trade. It sounds kind of 17 months into development by the team of Modernized Game. The team Modernized Game consists of more than 20 specialists with loads of experience. Loads, huh? The foundation of CEO of Modernized Games, Justin Meister, is an ex-pro gamer and successively marketing entrepreneur. I just looked his name up. So, I mean, this guy went to Wisconsin School of Madison, right? He's a Big Ten ambassador. He owned his own marketing little thing for 8 years, and now he's the founder of his own company. You know what I mean? Modernized Games, and it's called Compete. I mean, maybe it comes out huge. You never know. I'm just saying, you know, it's like not a lot to go on here. So just, you know, I do a deep dive, man. You know what I mean? And people all get offended when it's like you have a right to deep dive anything that you're looking at and to do it properly. This is your money. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but like with my money, I'm looking at what's going on. I'm looking at all the different little things. Again, right? What to compete, choose Ethereum. The decision on which the blockchain ANKR compete game was not something we took lightly. After careful consideration, we decided Ethereum presented the most opportunity for the future. Possibly. I think I would go on a limb and do Matic or something a little faster. Just to know for sure, you know what I mean? See them on Twitter here, 7,500 followers. All right, not bad. Follow me, 8,750 followers here on Twitter. On our way to 9,000, baby. And who had a Kit Kat? Probably. A lot of people did. People don't know what I am right now. I am a wolf. I'm sorry if I look something different, but I am the wolf of crypto. That is my little gimmick here tonight. And during the day, that's what I was doing. Most people probably don't know, but I was. All right. Let's see what you guys talked about here. Oh, and we have another wife short here. Let's take a look at it.
Hey, babe.
No.
Can I hang out with you tonight?
No.
Trick-or-treating?
No.
Why?
Did you buy me the Bitcoin?
No,
Did you
not
buy
yet.
it for me?
No, not yet. Why? I'm waiting for a lower price.
Funny, right? We had another tweet here, right? I remember there was an earlier tweet as well. And it was, where is it here? Oh, we had a busy day on Twitter. Gee. The Halloween show was so much fun. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, that was awesome. It really was. Yeah, when you lie, I had to say that. You know what I mean? The truth speaks volumes. Gossip, rumors, and lies are in the same boat. Lost at sea. I love that. Wow. Wow. Okay. I asked people what they were going to be for Halloween. Oh, this is crazy. This is nuts, man. This is... Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. What's your crypto-inspired Halloween costume? I am the wolf of cryptocurrency. I am the maze runner mapping out the maker moves and conquering the gauntlet of the market. Look at that. That's crazy. Chewbacca. This is nuts. This slaps. Happy Halloween, brother. Dressing as Richard Hart, except I'll be wearing fake Gucci. This is funny. Funny and informative stream as always. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Just want to double check, you know what I mean? Hey, trending monster drop. What is monster drop? No idea what that is. Shout out to the love and shout out to the likes. We got to keep going with these super chats and Bitcoin too as well. Let me get back into these into the comment section. So compete, right? To make it even more complex, let's take a look at the chart at least too before we get out of here. Where you look at the chart is Dex Screener. Go to Dex Screener, grab that contract address, paste it in there, and we're going to look at compete for the ETH token here. I believe this is the first one. Let's take a look at what it's been doing. Interesting. It's actually been pumping up pretty nicely since about October 21st. It's up a beautiful 200%. So it's basically doubled up, tripled up almost. I mean, it's doing great. It's now in this beautiful pennant that could continue to the upside too in a way here. So compete has something going on. I mean, memes are back a little bit. We wouldn't even be talking about memes when the market was completely decimated. There'd be no meme talk. And even just a little meme talk is good. And because memes are almost veteran stat, like they've been around now enough, they'll creep back a little quicker than they used to, even just for a tiny bit. Before it would take a bigger market move because they were so new. But now they'll kind of jump on in too. So I mean, this is high risk. I just want to make this really clear. But just based on the TA alone, and I see these fall TA, possibly another 94% gains coming out of this. But it's high risk. It could rug pull. I don't know anything about the project. This is definitely do your own due diligence, high risk type of stuff. But this is compete for ETH. And someone asked about it. I'm just looking at it. It looks like it could continue up for 94% gains. Compete, you know. It is what it is. All right. Take a look at Bitcoin right now. It is oversold on the overbought on the 15-minute. Needs to come on down and dump, right? Again, every time it's been doing this, the 7-minute has been low, and it's been kind of saving us, and we've been just moving through this channel up and down, up and down, up and down. So I see more sideways behavior for Bitcoin. You know, we started the day somewhere at 20,730, you know, we're at 20,004. I mean, $300 on the day for Bitcoin. Pretty kind of lackluster, slow day. The good thing about it is we slowly got above this point of control, this high volume node here. We went for this on the local area, and we got above this resistance at 20,400 so far, right? We did hit a resistance now that we couldn't get above, though, which is about 20,600, 20,500 area. So can we get back above the zone is the question. 15-minute wants to come back down. 1 hour is pushing up, but to no avail. If the 1 hour gets really high up here and we just eventually make a lower low, then you have to just assume we're going to roll over to the downside. This short that we talked about up here with the stop loss at 21,100 area, still open. Still no reason to close the short yet, in my humble opinion, right? It's just kind of still swinging around. I mean, unless someone closed it at the bottom of the channel, I get it. I'm quick and easy. After a big red candle, I would be out. But some people have more staying power than me. Maybe they're still in the short, all right? 4 hour time frame does want to double bottom and move. So with all the minutia of the 1 hour time frame, I know it could do a lot. You just got to look and zoom out and assume that the 4 hour will make it back to the top of the pattern. We talked about this last week on Around the Blockchain. Same thing happened. I believe we're going to end up somewhere up in here and bounce, even if we come back down and do this and do that, and we're going to end up somewhere up in here. So I believe the 4-hour will make a move back to the upside. We will get to the top of this pattern. We're going to have to wait for some minutia and for some sideways behavior on the 1-hour time frame first. You know, we may even get a bit of a double bottom here before it is all said and done, and we start to move to the upside. If we lose this level, I would switch short and then short the market with a bearish retest. This is going to be a big deal for me. But if we hold and the 200-day moving average holds, then we should be okay to go. One thing I want to talk about too, remember, is staying above the 200 simple on the 4-hour. As long as we stay above the 200 simple on the 4-hour time frame, we remain bullish. This is the yellow line here. This is price action. Price action stays above this. We're going to stay golden. Price action goes back to it, nears it, goes below it again. We're back into a bear market. I'm back to possibly going to 10K again. We stay above this, there's no 10K happening. It's that simple. We stay above this yellow line, we're not going to 10K. And I can guarantee you that. If we go below this yellow line, then there's a chance we go back to 10K again. So I'll be and that's on this exact time frame. This time frame will tell you whether we break down lower or we stay on a higher time frame. It's a big deal, and all you have to do is watch the 200 simple in the 4-hour. It's really going to lead you to the other time frames. Again, there's bigger things at play, like we have to watch the total and the daily eventually do the same thing. But this is how it starts. It gets above this, and if it can stay above it for a good period of time, things will start to change. So we're watching the 4-hour time frame. It does suggest a big move to the upside. We look at the dollar index. We were expecting the bit of the dump. They tried to pump it. They tried to do it. I would expect more of a dump, and we went more sideways today. And that's not what you want to see. You don't want to see price action going sideways when you want to dump. You want to see it reversing to the downside. So far, all we did was make a big flag here on the 15-minute time frame. This suggests that we may pump tomorrow. And here's your measured move of the flag, and it would take us back to about 112 even. And the 15-minute suggests that we could get a bit of a pump here. So watch this. You know, this pumps up too hard. This is going to give Bitcoin some trouble even into tonight. So the dollar index is open right now and moving. Just keep that on your radar. It doesn't look good right now for Bitcoin just for the next 2 hours, 3 hours until we get away from that 15-minute time frame. I'd like to see it go sideways and not have anything happen, but let's take a look at the S&P here. And, you know, we wanted this move all day on the 15, and we just didn't get it. Instead, we went more sideways, and we can actually change the trajectory of this whole pattern from what happened today. There it is like so, and then it's something like this too as well, and that's a tighter channel. Am I right or wrong here? And then you got the base of the triangle. Suggests you can go a lot higher, somewhere up into here at 39,000, right? 3,900, right? So can we break out is the question. I mean, the 4-hour says yes, right? You see that? It's doing this little loop. It's not as nice as Bitcoin, but it could be pushing out. The 1-hour has legs to the upside. You could almost put the 1-hour in this and say, okay, we're in like a flag that's breaking out. Shoulder, head, and a shoulder, boom. So that's a good sign too. I like to see that kind of confluence of bullishness there on the chart, right? Now we go to the 15, and I'm just not too happy about it, and I'm seeing that dollar wants to dump. So we got to get through the next 2 hours. This has to reset and just go sideways. I don't want to see a big dump out of this. That's going to change the whole tune of the night. So we'll watch this very closely for the next 2 hours. No trades really have to be made right now because that could either be a short or a long, depending on how this. If this goes sideways, long is high more likely. If it starts to switch sides, then it could present a bigger short to the downside later on tonight. So I'm watching the ES1 and the dollar index in Bitcoin like I always am, like a hawk, the triple entendre. Move. Injective finally pulling back a little bit, and you're gonna get some trouble. Monday, not my favorite day to trade. I'll tell everyone right now, Monday is one of my least favorite days to trade. Almost don't open up coins on a Monday. You know, it's got to be the right trade, perfect trade. Everything's got to be right for Monday. Anakin, you know, trade of the day. Anakin was banging on him, and actually, look, Anakin looks like it could continue to move. It's in another flag here, and I just can continue to show Anakin. And when Anakin moves, Anakin moves. So look, compared to Bitcoin and everything else, Anakin continue to pump here. I'm watching, and that would be a 26% gain for Anakin if it blasted to the upside. All right, a little too high on the 1-hour time frame, but that 50 minutes starting to make a flag for Anakin. And if you put this line here, you can see, well, this is previous resistance. bounce, bounce, and it is making another high. Anakin could move, and it's just about get above this point of control. If it gets above that, it's gone for another 26% gains. Anakin on the radar on the 15-minute. Again, it's very high risk. 1 hour's not in the best place, but this is a coin that just continues to wow me and continue to pump. Anakin. And a flag on the 15. High risk. More for a more pro trader, you know what I mean? Someone that's been trading, has a little more trades under their belt. This will make a lot of sense to them. Someone who just started trading might be a little like hesitant. And that makes sense, you know what I mean? So this win goal just continues to move, and it probably will. I'm sketched out by it, right? It's just like, really? DSLA had that beautiful move here today. Shout out to anyone that jumped into that. That was one of the hottest coins of the day. 59% still holding gains, right? From when we talked about it too. Somewhere like 16, 17%. But what a beautiful 59% move here. And it's starting to flag out a little bit low in the 15-minute too as well. BNB 3L continuing to pump and do damage, hitting the target of 83% gains now. Like, look at that. I mean, could go up a little more to this area here. 108% for BNB if this thing continues to rip. And again, it's connected. Why is it ripping? Understand. Because it's connected to the Twitter deal. They put in $500 million of the 40 billion that was needed, right? Not a lot, but it's 1/80th, right? And of all the 80 people that put money in, or maybe it's some people, it might even be less. It might be 50 people, it might be 40 people together. It's still, of all the people in the world, it's not that many people. So I believe, CC has a hand at the table. And look how funny this is. Look, chat revenue 133. Of course, it's on the 33. Shout out to the 395 people, 272 likes. You people are unbelievable. Thank you for the love. So BNB 3L. This thing could also bump on the 1 hour time frame for a quick scalp before all is said and done. For a quick 33% gain. BNB 3L on the radar. Okay. Again, learn my trading style. You may have no idea what's going down. This may be foreign to you. If it's foreign to you, make it unforeign to you. For $99 for 1 day tomorrow, I teach class live. You get a copy of the class after to reference it. You get a 9-point checklist that I put together 7 years of my life to make. It's from 3 to 5:30. You will absolutely love the class. It'll blow your mind. Eastern Standard Time. Eastern Time. Eastern Time. Eastern Time. I will do this class tomorrow from 3 to 5:30 Eastern Time. And the last Saturday of every month if you cannot make it on the weekday. It's $60 if you join the trading group. $99 if you are already outside of the trading group. So join the trading group, then get the discount, or take the class and then realize how much you love it and that you want to join the trading group. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to give you everything you need to succeed. We're talking about, we go over so much, and in the afternoon, not in this class, but I do a private weekly screen share every week. I talk about subconscious mind theory, how to get yourself out of a rut, how to exercise your way into a better chemical state in your brain, how to beat back depression, which I did, and how to use everything in your toolbox to win, baby, to win. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. May God bless each and every one of you. Amen. So, BNB 3L also on my radar, possibly for massive gains. I'm also watching this puppy right here. And almost, you could say, it broke out of this flag already, and it wants to make a move to the upside, something like this. AVAX 3L. And this could do some damage as well. Bitcoin goes sideways, even just a little bit of sideways kind of non-action. That can push these other altcoins to the upside. AVAX 3L. And I talked about AVAX here, pump. Put it in another flag, it pump. Talking about AVAX since right here on the 3L token, this thing has been blasting to the upside. AVAX 3L on my radar. Injective still on the radar. Latentry still on Zaveda. That thing is pumping hard too now. CWeb out of nowhere. The EOS long. BRISE was in this little flag, and this flag would continue to the upside. Actually would wick all the way up. I didn't post it because it was already up a little bit, and I figured go 10%. So I didn't post this, but it's like I didn't even post this and it still hit my area. Someone talked about it in my trading group, though. They were looking at it. They made me hungry to look at it. You know what I mean? XCUR is a coin that tends to move sometimes. I've played it on and off. Kadena had a bit of a pump today. Went sideways after that. ENS. Let's take a look at my baby ENS. Ethereum name service. Something that I'm looking at for a more long-term play. I believe it's going to follow Ethereum and get a bit of a move here. Let's see what it did, though. So it's still tight in this channel, right? Nothing has really changed. It's in an even classier state. Looks even better than it did before. I mean, that would be the length of the pole. I just want to make sure. I was like, it seems like I'm getting a little too up there. 4 hour wants to pump on this. Tight moving averages, right? See, at least getting to the next resistance. And then I looked at the bigger time frame. The 3-day chart looks like this thing could blast. See? A giant inverted head and shoulder to the upside. Which also, if you look at it, is a bit of like a symmetrical triangle, ascending triangle. See that? So I'm bullish on this breaking to the upside. And then that's a way bigger target. It's like the length of the base of that triangle. Yeah, 300% gains. This could do some serious damage. Bitcoin pumps, ETH pumps. I mean, this is saying that a big pump is coming. Show me the charts and I'll show you the news. I mean, look at that. That's a beautiful setup. So I'm watching this closely. ENS on the 3-day. Big chart. So there's a small trade there in the little time frame, and there's a big chart in the bigger time frame. And people can do whatever they want. I mean, I'm trying to teach you that you can look for whatever you like in any single setup, that your mind is your oyster. And it's any opportunity that you see. And this is more about the mind than it is about trading. It's about how your brain can see any opportunity possible. It's just, what opportunity do you see? If you see something worthwhile, then it is what it is. Take it for what it is, right? And this is a long-term idea here, okay? Look at this Zcash idea. Possible could push up, but didn't really get above the zone, okay? On my radar today after ENS, something I really wanted to show you, slipping my mind at the moment. We'll look at total real fast just because, even though we spent a good amount of time on it too as well. Long live streams today, 2.5 hour live stream. Then we did the other live stream. I lived online today. So we got a bit of a flag going here, and this looks good on the 1 hour, like it wants to pop. I just like what I'm seeing. We're staying above the zone that I talked about, and I just want to see this move. This pops, and we got ourselves a bit of, some bacon on the beach, right? So we're looking for a move back to the upside. Possible rejection at 1, but that would be our first move back to $1 trillion. And that would be our first $1 trillion resistance level. It would be a big deal. It would be an absolute big deal, all right? Big deal. Big deal. Big deal. Check the tab. YouTube, switch stuff around. Stack me change. Our old friend Telcoin is on a rip. Stellar Lumens, please. Thank you. Yep. Thank you. Doge, please. So let's take a look at Doge and Stellar. I did Stellar already this morning. Nothing's really changed. And nothing changed for Doge, too. I did that today, too, as well. So we're watching Doge. It's in this bigger channel. 4 hour says that it could rip. So it's low and ready to move. And I like this. It's consolidating. So that's a nice 4 hour play. Your daily's oversold, telling you to be careful. Your 22 hours oversold. And your 3 days getting pretty up there. Your 4 days getting up there. All the time frames tell you to be careful, right? The weekly says you're just getting started. The monthly says, or the 2 week says you got some legs too. But we don't have to go that far for Doge right now. But if we just look at the 1 hour time frame, we've been in this tight channel all day, and we're still in it, and we're starting to make a nice bullish consolidation. Of course, it could dump in your face, but this consolidation is nice, and it's starting to kind of heat up. Anthony Malone, thank you. Love your consistency and everything you do. God bless you and yours, man. Thank you for the love. Appreciate you. Boston, shout out to Randall McMurphy, my man. Boston all day long, baby. Boston all day long. KNC, Luna, Rising Wedge, potential breakout. Thank you. CNC Ireland, Toby Annis, I know I will be so welcome. Since the lifer always talks about me on Twitter. God bless you. PS5, Future Gaming, man. We love you. XRP is making moves. We said that's what we've been going over. Super Chats, Ranker, Adam, Theta, XLM, BRISE, Gala, and XRP. Wow, that's a lot. Wow. I get worked. So let's take a look here. I appreciate it though, right? Hey, that's just wow. I'm like, my mind's like, can you do it? I'm like, I can do it. One at a time, Sam, one at a time. So look, I'm still bullish on Doge. It could dump, but this is a tighter channel and could be a huge move for Doge. And Doge 3-hour would pump, Doge chain would pump. And honestly, the 4-hour says that it could still pump. So until the 4-hour gets exhausted or makes a horrible dump below resistance, they're all touching the 21-day moving average. There's action here, and there's a movement. So I like what I'm seeing for Doge. There's really no reason to be bullish, to be bearish yet. The channel to me is still bullish. So still bullish on Doge. Still bullish on Doge. Possibly could you get it at the bottom of the channel? There's a chance, but it may not happen either. Bitcoin could dump and take Doge down too. You just gotta, it's one of those nights. You gotta be careful. Always have a stop loss. Always be careful. Doge. Next super chat. Let's take a look here. Ranker and Adam. I didn't see all these super chats, man. Really? Adam, Theta, Doge. BRISE, Doge, Stellar, Theta. Adam? No, I don't remember Adam, no. I guess at the beginning. Okay, Ranker. Honestly, I would just stay away from Ranker right now. It doesn't have enough liquidity. The candles aren't doing anything, and it's just completely dumping. I don't get into a falling knife. For me, Ranker would have to get back above this zone. I'd have to know what it does and care about it, which I don't. So I wouldn't touch Ranker till it got above this previous resistance at 0069, and then I would even think about it. And even then, I probably wouldn't touch it. So, yeah, no offense, but that's just, you know, that's Ranker. It's at the bottom of its barrel, and it's trying to reach back up, and I don't know, just yikes. Let's take a look at Atom. Atom's like a respectable coin. Completely different concept here. So we talked about Atom possibly making a move to the upside here out of that little channel, and did it. Let's see what happened here. It did not. We got stopped out of that when Bitcoin probably took a nasty dump to the downside. Nasty dump. There you go. 3% stop loss though, so you can't, I mean, that was a tiny scalp. Anyway, we double bottomed. Look how beautiful that double bottom, and then we made it to the top of the double bottom. Playing double bottoms is a beautiful move, and you could even extended this. So let's take a look. Giant cup and handle for Atom. Feels like it could continue to the upside for sure. Atom's one of my favorite coins, one of the healthiest. Also, the whole ecosystem is starting to get talked about a lot, and we see people kind of moving towards the ecosystem. So Atom's on my radar. It's definitely something that I hold long term. I believe DCAing and adding to Atom is never a bad idea. And holding Atom for 3 to 4 years, to me personally, is a very smart decision. You can do whatever makes you happy, and maybe it's not to you. But to me, it's a good long-term hold I don't have to think about. I can come back to. It's better than the US dollar. It's like a savings account that will just do better than it should regularly. Like, that's sometimes if you look at some of your trades, just like a savings account that does better than something that just didn't do anything. Instead of just trying to be the big shot all the time and try to, you know what I mean? That's how I look at things. The more humble I am, the more money I make. The more greedy I become, the less I make. The more I chase, the more I go after some big dream or hope, the worse it becomes. So, yeah, take a deep breath, trade one day at a time. Don't go after your losses. Remember, mentality is everything. Don't trade tired. Don't trade drunk. You know, these are just like you know? And if you're doing those things, you're going to have issues, and it's not going to be good. So be careful. 4-hour time frame is at resistance 1450, and can you believe Adam is pumping back to 14? That's a beautiful sight. I just love to see Adam up there. I got into Adam at $3, $4, $5, so to see it up here, up about a 3x or more, super, super happy to see Adam doing damage. It is at resistance. It's going to have to get back above it. Let's take a look at our daily. Our daily is spent like the whole entire market. What we hope is that it just goes sideways here and does something more, you know, or bumps up a little bit and then goes sideways. There's something brewing that Bitcoin could get a bit of a move here. So I'm not counting Bitcoin out 100% yet until it goes lower than that, you know, those support zones that we talked about. Let's take a look at Theta. Theta, really battling the psychological dollar area. Got back above it. Talked about it being at these low areas, and then it bounced up huge. Look at that. Back above this area, back through the resistance zones. Theta. So I wouldn't touch Theta. Again, I would flag it out on the daily time frame. And if it stays in a bullish flag, I would start to get into it once the daily begins to bend or curve. You know? And it might bend here. It might bend down here. It might bend all the way down here. You will know. You will see it. Pattern should make sense. But Theta looks like it could continue up. And I like what Theta's doing, but I'm just waiting for the right time for myself to get into some Theta. And there's a quick 36% swing trade coming out of Theta, just like it just did recently. Another about, you know, that's about a 28% gain there, 25, yeah. And so I believe Theta can do a little more damage. Just we got to wait for it to kind of go sideways a little bit before it can pump. And then it's going to have to come back to this bigger resistance area. Once it does that, though, it would be awesome. And hopefully it can come back down and bounce. And then we won't have to worry about the dollar ever again. It'll be like 130 Theta, and that'll be it. So shout out to the 375 people on the live, 305 likes. Thank you so much for being here. Let's take a look at Doge Stellar Lumens. We hit Doge, we hit Theta, we hit BRISE. Okay, so we did it all, and Stellar Lumens. The only thing we didn't do is Stellar. And I showed you that Stellar is likely to pump, but look at that daily. Daily doesn't look great. So we'd have to go sideways, in my humble opinion, or be flipped by the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour suggests that we could get it flipped and that it could happen. Anything is possible. Remember that. In life, anything is possible. Look at our 1-hour time frame, and we'd have to come on back down. So I wouldn't touch anything on Stellar, at least until we come back to the downside here and reset. I do like what I'm seeing for the 4-hour. Like the whole market, the 4-hour does not look bad at all. And there's a chance we could get a big move on the 4-hour time frame. XRP was in this falling wedge, 68% chance it could break to the upside, and it did get that move in the last couple hours. XRP did move, but only 2%, not a huge move, nothing to write home about, but I do see the tightness for XRP. It is defying that fact that it could have been a head and shoulder pattern, and what I like is this 3-day chart, and I'm sticking to it, but the 3-day chart for XRP looks absolutely amazing. Says that XRP could break out of this and get a big move to the upside. A nice move for XRP. Looks like 30 to 20, you know, let's see here. Yeah, about 50% gains coming for XRP on the 3-day chart. I like my odds on the bigger chart. I like my odds in the case. I like what's going on with XRP. And so, again, Bitcoin could dump and ruin the whole party. We could struggle. Anything is possible. You have to stay open-minded. But right now I am watching XRP closely on the bigger time frame. I'm watching XRP closely on the bigger time frame, the 3-day chart. Okay, if you don't know what the 3-day chart is, you may want to join my trading group and get associated, get affiliated, get systematically figured out over here. Okay, thanks for the analyze. Conley asking for Ave, and cheers, man. Okay, now I'm going to look for my one coin of the night, things that I'm looking at. See if there's any, you know, anything kind of chewing on my leg here for the night. I see a couple things that could do some damage, right? Chain link. 1-hour time frame. Bull flag. Looks like it could make a bit of a move, right? 3-day chart also looks like it has more legs to the upside, could continue up. This is what I'm looking at here, is this flag for Chainlink on the 1-hour time frame. Can Chainlink get a bit of a move Monday night into Tuesday? Looks like an 8% or, right, not a huge gain, but 9% gains out of chain link, out of the flag to the upside. Watching this flag for chain link. Okay. Okay, and let's see here. Just looking at my, let's see here. Yep, that one, got that one, got this one. Algo comes across the mon. So look at, I mean, Algo's pumping, and then to me, this is a bit of a flag here that I believe could make a nice pump to the upside. So I'm watching Algo in a bit of a flag here, where it could continue up. 10% gains too out of a flag. So Algo also on my radar, and Algo to me is kind of just lagging behind, right? And I'll be nice enough to give you one more reminder for something that I know you want, but you haven't thought about. No, I don't know you. But something that you definitely haven't thought about. And that is, drumroll, quants. Nice job on the ones and twos, Danny. So quant, why quant? Well, I've been watching it closely reset, right? Looking at it here, and there's 90% gains. 30% stop loss. Looks like it's about to blast. Quant reminder, right? On the daily time frame with hidden bullish divergence. So, and that's a gem. I mean, you back. What a big brother, man. What a cuzzo. What a trading cuzzo. You know what I mean? Anyway, I love you all tonight. We could go sideways or to the downside. Be careful. I want to see if this 4 hour can pump. I want to see what the 1 hour brings us. Want to see what the 15-minute does. It's turning back to the upside. We're not losing too much momentum. Again, we're either making that double bottom or we're losing the zone, right? So, look, if you're watching Bitcoin, stay with me now. You've gone to the 15-minute. You've made this channel. You zoomed out to the 4 hour. You've made the bigger triangle at play here. This thing here, okay? You don't need this whole leg, but just, you know, you decide. And then once we zoomed in here, right? So once you've assumed, you know, understand we're either going to break this line and dump down to this point of control, or we're going to stay in here and possibly break up. So now you're like, okay. So now you know the bigger scenarios if we do or if we don't do something similar. And then you zoom in. And now you're like, well, if the 15-minute can stay above this resistance here, which is 20,400, then we have ourselves a ball game, don't we? So we're going to keep track on that. And again, the idea is that even if we dump, there's a chance we make a swift double bottom here and move to the top of the pattern. With the way the 4 hour looks and the pattern, both of those are pushing confluence in my direction that we are going to end up somewhere here at the top of the pattern in the next 16 hours, in my humble opinion. We will go from there, and I will see you tomorrow morning, less than 15 hours from now, because that will be 10 o'clock. It's 9, right? 3 hours to 12. Yeah, 13 hours from now, we'll be live again, and I'll kick it to you like I do every single day. Everyone, I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe for the Bitcoin and the monthly candle close. Last thing we're going to do, if you want to kick it with me, is go over every single gain that we made in the entire month of October, which, you know, people are going to be like, oh, it sounds like you're bragging to me because we hit a lot of gains, but we're going to do it, and we're going to do it as fast as humanly possible. We're going to start off with some late September gains that bled into October. So here we go with the first gains of October here. Get into September 28th for SHIL. SHIL would bounce 11% on October 5th. October 3rd to October 4th, 25% for Hero. October 2nd to October 3rd, 41% for Hero. Trading Hero was wonderful. October 1st to the 3rd, Lit hit for 74% gains. Beautiful trade, never hit the stop loss. I put out Lit at 60. Boom, it was gone. September 29th to the 2nd, 34% for Luna C, if you can remember that. The 1st to the 2nd, 35% for Horde. The 1st to the 2nd, 9% for Lit. ERN we hit from the 1st to the 2nd for 21. It was hot. October 1st to the 2nd was absolutely hot. You can see it's 19% for Fly on October 1st. October 1st, ERN for 10, near hit. And now we're going to move out of there. But, I mean, just from the 1st to the 2nd, you can see a lot happened in October. All right. Now we continue. September 29th to the 1st, Plutonians. I remember that when I put that out. And that was even a 3-day chart that would blast to the upside. If you remember, I said watch this on the 3-day. It took like a week and a half, but it happened. Here's when we started trading Morpheus Labs back then on the 1st, and that would boom for 19%. You can see how I stock a coin because I keep coming back to the same coins. This is important just to watch my habitual moves and how we trade here. VLX to the upside for gains. Boom, boom. Before and after, no stop loss. Fort, before and after, no stop loss, 16%. C-Pool, out of that, remember the rising wedge? I was like, C-Pool doesn't stop, 32% gains. Injective in a nice little flag right there, boomed out for 34% gains. Vulcan Forge was in a nice little flag, 13%. XRP was in this beautiful tight channel, 18%. Ergo, I don't know if you remember, Ergo was in this tight channel, 10%. Too Crazy, given by my man David Kendall, I believe, for a beautiful move of 44%. And then Digital Bits, who could have forgot about Digital Bits for 129% gains from my man. High Doodle from my dude, 30% gains from Rainier. PYR for a 10%. XCUR for 13%. Maha for 18%. Quick for 14%. XDC flag I put out for 11%, right? September 23rd to October 9th. This took a while. XCAD, 28%. Phoenix Dow, the 18th to the October 9th, right? October 7th to the 9th. That was how when we started trading Quant at 87. That went up 20. XDB Digital Bits again for 99%. SPA for 40%. ERN for 25. How many times we traded EARN in the last 2 months? Amazingly. Plu again continued up 80%. Matter up 70%. That's that same trade that would continue, that Plu trade. Apple 33%. APL. Bucks, put it out on the live stream, boomed up 20%. Reef, put it in this tight channel, 20% gains. XDB again in this little flag, 80% gains out of that flag to the upside. One of the bigger, amazing moves. Boom. XDB again for 20 out of the secondary flag. Just another scalp. In case people, like, because I feel bad people missed the first one, I put on another little one. Boom. Reef continued to go up 9% out of another secondary flag, right? On the live stream, you can see my face there. AGX AI put out by Danny, boomed on the 12th. Cat on the 9th to the 12th, boom for 45%. Numeraire, boom from the 11th to the 12th, 22%. UFO boomed out of this cup and handle for 17%. None of these hit a stop loss. Vision boomed on the 11th to the 12th for 31%. Sparex, 16%. C-Pool, remember I put the C-Pool move. I remember drawing this. It was tight in the channel, 19%. AGIX continued to go up more. SPA continued 53 out of that one. AGIX continued to go up a whole of 109% when it was done. NMW, boom, right? My baby. Morpheus up 29% out the flag. HTR up 24%. Kara up 34%. Falcon swap, that's what it was. Tighten that channel. I remember it just boomed up 25%. Onston, which we traded a bunch of times, but look at this. Onston was tight. 106% gains out of Onston on that one. That was huge on the 19th. September 19th. It took a month. Bitcoin short that I called on the 12th, and then, boom, the next morning, the short played out beautifully. Bitcoin the next day in a tighter channel. That played out the other way. So we called the short one night, we called the long the next morning. MakerDAO, if you remember, I called this beautiful MakerDAO ascending triangle. Never hit the stop loss, 31%. No one even talked about Maker anywhere. That's a beautiful call. Then I started getting into Morpheus. This is when I first started my Morpheus call, and it began to move 23. This thing would continue to go up. And you can see Onston again. We traded for another 92%. I put it out during the live, if you remember, and it would fall, boom, out of this channel to the upside. I remember that day, the 14th, right? Maker would continue out of the next flag. I would put it out in case you missed the first initial move. I always grab it up with the secondary flag, 8%. Formation 5 was in an ascending triangle. I saw that, 17%. Quant, we knew Quant was going to pump. I put in this weird falling wedge inside of that bigger triangle. I remember that. I have like a memory of it, 14%, and would continue. Morpheus Labs from that entry would be up 71 now. Casper Labs, first time we put it up, went sideways, never hit the stop loss, boom for 53. Reef would continue out of another flag for 18. You can see how we trade the same coin. We go back and forth through coins that are trending up. An accurate call for Bitcoin, right? Digital Bits boomed out here for 29% gains. I'm not making this up. I know this is ridiculous. I'm trying to get through this. This is what I do at the end of every month. Just trying to get through it. We seem to lose people here. I don't know why, but I'm just trying to go through the month. Quant, another accurate call out of the flag to the upside. Beautiful move on the live stream too. Morpheus Labs, that would continue that same trade, now up 94. Quant in a tight channel, up 4%, you know, a little gain. Hydra, I put out no stop loss, up 4%. That would actually continue. And then Anakin, up 99%. First time we looked at it on October 6th to the 18th. MakerDAO, another channel, would continue up 22%. Uno, bounce off that support zone. Likes, I called the bottom for this. It would eventually continue to go up. That's when I first started looking at it, though. That would take a month. NGC was just tight, and it would boom out of nowhere in the middle of the night. The Axie short that I talked about would start at 14, but that would continue up. Another reflag that would continue to go to the upside. That was the first flag. It would go sideways for like another week and then continue up. Likes would start moving 51 and then continue. The Axie short was then up 33. Happy was in a tight channel, would boom up for 24 on the live stream. FCON right there would blast out 5% quickly, no stop loss. XRP short, beautiful 18% gains out of the tight channel. Axie short would continue up 79%, that same Axie short. XRK was tight for 9%. Formation 5 would continue from that initial trade up and up. Apt, when we first found it, remember, 25%, brand new coin. Dogecoin, when we found it last weekend, beautiful 120% gains. Then we added to the flag. See, I'm always like, if you missed it, I find another flag, another 43% gains. Gala short would continue for 24. A Gala short that I put out on the September 13th, which would take a month, and a giant cup and handle up 200% in total. Dogecoin would be up 200. Doge chain would be up 219 from that initial day that I put it out. I put this tight channel for Morpheus Labs, see if it will continue. It did for 38. That was the 22nd to the 24th. Likes would just continue to rip. Here's another ACQ that would go up 47 in the tight channel. Render was in a falling wedge, would boom. Dot short, which would play games for a while, but would eventually make a 30% without hitting the stop. XDB again, 43 out of this tight channel, Fibonacci retracement. The Axie short would eventually be at 112% gain in total. It would continue. It would take a while though. AI Matter was a 16% gains. Onston, remember, it was tight, would then pump for 58. It would take about 5 days. ABBC was in the Fibonacci retracement. It would boom sideways and then blast off. It would take about 8 days. Another accurate call for Bitcoin. That was a beautiful one. Everyone was watching it. I called this flag to the upside. We broke out massively. Swing B, right, 16%. Likes was, again, continuing up 113. The ABBC call would continue up. Here's another accurate Bitcoin call. I drew this on the cab on the way home from the Celtics game on Friday night, and it would continue to go up when I woke up this morning, nailed the target. ZCX was in this nice, beautiful thing, boomed out 46%. Doge hit. We talked about Doge before the whole move, and I got everyone kind of, on the 13th we were talking about Doge, and then this would come to fruition on the month. Hydra would continue up from that first initial move. Monza Delinea out of a quick thing. Tone just would blast, right? We put it out. Tone would be one of the bigger movers. GMT would have a nice 10%. Dogecoin would continue when I had it out of here on the 27th. Then we got Wall booming for 14. We got Licks for 32. We got Clayton for 43. We got Lit for 13. Tone would continue up. I would put it out. That thing would continue 60% from that initial. I put out Anakin. Talked about Anakin in the tight channel. It would go up 31%. Balancer in a flag would go up 17%. I went over how I liked Injective over and over again. Good decentralized exchange. It was in an ascending triangle, up 17%. Would continue to go up. Another accurate call for Bitcoin that I made. High Punks put out by an elite trader. Doge 3L I put out this morning, Saturday morning, and it would be up in 2 hours. 85%. One of the best calls of my life, really. Doge 3L, then another channel, and that night I would trade this for 17% gains. It would go up 17.7%. Happy was in this tight channel, would go up 70% in total from that initial call on the live stream. I put out CTC credit coin or whatever. It would actually continue to go up, and it would never hit the stop loss. Bitcoin booming, accurate call again on the 28th to the 29th, right? The next morning, it was where we said it would go. Frac shares never hit the stop loss, was tight with tight moving averages, 21%. Injective would continue up, as we talked about. Phoenix Dow was in the ascending triangle. Like I said, same thing, 20% was the bigger mover. I threw Anakin in another flag. It would hit that flag for 17. I talked about Huobi token a bunch of times and how it's definitely something like BNB. It would pump 19%. Vited by my elite for 40. ABBC out of a little thing for 30. Ferrum for 15. CTC was in a tight channel for 49. Phoenix Dow continued to go up for 44. I threw this thing out for waves just last night. It would boom up for 12. Anakin would continue out of that little flag here that we made for 19. Sand, I was like, this is your bottom, 30%. Doge would continue to go. That's someone else in the group. Anakin was in this flag this morning, today, on the 30th or yesterday. This thing would pump yesterday for 31, and then continue up today for even more gains today. It would like fall out of another flag. AVAX in a flag for 8. DSLA in a tight channel today on the live stream. And this happened today for 59. Route finally made it out of there. It took all day, right? And Anakin for another little quick move. I mean, that's the longest I ever did it. I mean, and we're supposed to be in a bear market. It's supposed to be one of the toughest times of our lives. And, like, the fact that we're able to rip through like that, it's unbelievable. Anyway, everyone, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. I'm not trying to brag. I'm just trying to get through all the gains that we made. I mean, my team is nice enough to put all those together, so it's nice enough for me to go over them. And it's only at the end of every month. So if you like what you saw here, if you want to join the trading group, if you believe that was unbelievable, it was, I'd love to see you in there. And again, I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. I'm here to teach you. I'm here to guide you. I'm here to help you find your way and find your educational style. So thank you for being here, everyone. I love you. Please live in love, and I'll see you tomorrow on the next live stream. Peace.